Recent advancements in technology revealed shocking information about the Amazon rainforest. In 2018, researchers, using lasers that scan the ground from above, uncovered vast networks of ancient settlements, advanced roads, cities and farmland, previously concealed by the dense forest canopy for centuries. LiDAR, short for light detection and ranging, acts as a powerful camera from the sky. It sends laser beams through gaps in the thick canopy to map the ground, and you won't believe what they discovered. One of the pioneers of Amazon research, Michael Heckenberger, is credited with discovering 20 large settlements along the Xingu River, which the indigenous people introduced to him in the early 1990s. These settlements were about 2 to 3 miles apart, all connected by angled roads as wide as half a football field, resembling modern 4-lane highways. These roads created grids throughout the region. Heckenberger found a significant amount of pottery along these roads. But where did it come from? Heckenberger's journey ignited extensive research into the infamous rainforest. We must not forget that the indigenous people's knowledge and guidance made these discoveries and in-depth research possible. Before the eye-opening discoveries of Heckenberger, the common belief was that the Amazon was an untouched wilderness. Here's why. Fertility of the soil. The Amazon's reddish soil was deemed too poor to sustain a thriving population of an advanced civilization. Vegetation and accessibility. The dense foliage is like a curtain that hid its secrets from aerial surveys and satellite cameras, covering any signs of the ancient man-made marvels beneath. Historical perspectives. A cultural bias tainted the past viewpoint of the indigenous people. The Amazon was seen as primitive or basic compared to the European and Asian civilizations. Organic architecture. The materials the ancient Amazonians used was made of the earth, which easily decomposed into the forest floor, leaving subtle traces of any evidence of existence for the modern world to see. Since early 2020, extensive research using LiDAR technology has revealed hundreds of geoglyphs and numerous sites with significant structures built by ancient civilizations, such as the Kasarabe culture. Here are some incredible structures these surveys revealed. Large urban cities, Lavdavar and Kotoka, had monumental earth platforms and towering pyramids, so carefully structured with incredible detail that 3 concentric rings of walls protected them. Around these central hubs were a network of smaller communities. Together they covered an area of 200 square miles. This profound discovery has dramatically shifted the narrative about the history of the Amazon rainforest. Consider these reflections from recent scholarly reports. Amazon jungle, once home to millions more than previously thought. Aaron Blakemore. Long-lost cities in the Amazon were once home to millions of people. Michael Marshall. Indigenous water management. The urban centers were connected by hundreds of miles of canals linked to nearby rivers, cleverly directing water to their farmlands. This sophisticated water management system highlights how these ancient peoples optimized their environment sustainably. Advanced agriculture. Beneath the canopy, LiDAR also uncovered signs of crop rotation, showing that the Amazon soil was far from infertile. The indigenous people knew the secrets to farming, cultivating the rainforest to nourish a thriving civilization. Terra preta. One of the most intriguing findings is terra preta, a type of soil so fertile and rich in nutrients that it seems almost unreal. Composed of charcoal, bone, manure, and other organic matter, this soil is believed to have been engineered by ancient Amazonians. Contrary to earlier beliefs about the region's infertility, this black gold tells us that the land was carefully and effectively managed. So what happened to the ancient Amazonians? Tragically, their decline was accelerated by the arrival of diseases brought by the European explorers. These epidemics had a devastating effect. Some theories believe the diseases wiped out 85 to 90% of their population. Historians estimate that at one point, the Americans might have been home to as much as a third of the world's population. Yet, with the arrival of Columbus and subsequent European diseases, these populations were nearly depleted. This newfound understanding challenges our previous historical perspective. Why had it been assumed that no advanced civilizations could thrive along the world's largest river system? The evidence now tells a different story. Today, as we witness the Amazon shrinking, a victim of deforestation and exploitation, these revelations remind us of the need for conservation. The ancient Amazonians showed deep respect and careful stewardship of these lands, a practice that is sorely needed today. Their legacy should prompt us to protect and preserve the rainforest for future generations, honoring the sophisticated cultures that once flourished here. If you enjoyed the journey, watch more videos from Lost Worlds Explored,